Hey Taurus, this is Psychic Medium Tammy coming in with your reading for the first few days of April. And I hope you guys are doing great. And thanks for tuning in. And thank you so much for your subscriptions and your likes and your comments. And I really appreciate all the support that each and every one of you have given my channel, because it can't grow without you. And I thank you so much for that. So let's see what's coming up for Taurus the first few days of April. Taurus energy. Oh, you're leaving something behind here, Taurus. I feel like you've been in a difficult situation, and they're showing me that you are going to be going into calmer waters. I feel like maybe there's been some stress. It may involve children, and I feel like you're moving away from that. Things have straightened out some, and it feels like it's been with great effort that you're kind of moving away from this situation, but you are moving away from it. So that's a good thing. And there's just calmer waters ahead, you know? So, wow, you've gotten your wish recently, Taurus. Some of you have really gotten what you have wanted all along here. This is the Nine of Cups. This may be making some people unhappy with you, though. I feel like it's showing up here in the conflict card, and I feel like for some reason you've gotten what you want, but then it's kind of caused a conflict in some way. So let's look more at that. Let's see what's going on here. Some kind of separation. So you may have gotten your separation from the person you wanted, or divorce, because it's showing that this is in your aura. So it would make sense that you got what you want, but it's also a bit of a conflict for you at this time. And there's a lot of thinking about this separation. I feel like there's still some heartache with you or someone around you. There's some unhappiness. There may even be some sort of illness that's going on with you or your person, your ex person. This definitely looks like an ex. So there may be something going on with heart, and because you can see this card, it's it's your Three of Swords. So that's sort of what's kind of hanging over you at the moment, feeling a little bit heavy, but at the same time, here you are with, I got my wish, I got what I wanted. So that's a very good thing, but I can tell it is a conflict. So this is your Emperor card, and I feel like this is, again, this is showing up kind of going along with the Three of Swords. So there's been some separation from an Emperor, and I feel like this Emperor was at times acting very immature. This is part of why this separation happened. It was getting on your nerves. And again, you could take this, whichever gender is looking at this, listening to this at this time. This could be a female as well, who was your partner, who was being very immature. So take it as it resonates. And I just feel like you had enough. Whoever this was, you had enough of them, because you wanted a grown-up in your life. You didn't want a child. And that was just a real deal breaker for you. This person could have also been a father, should have been the father instead of the child. And it was a real issue. I think you felt like you had another child to raise in that situation. So going into your past, there was a really big change. We've got the Judgment card here upside down. There was a very unwelcome change that came up, Taurus, and you dealt with it. You put it behind you. It's moving into your past. The Judgment card reversed is not fun. It's not a fun thing to go through. It's a major life change, and it's something that you probably wouldn't have really chosen. It's like you didn't want to do. I mean, you may have chosen to do it, but it's not what you wanted. It's not how you wanted it to play out necessarily. So let's see what's coming up in your future, Taurus. Okay, for the first week of April, let's see what's coming up for Taurus first week of April. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Swords. So Taurus, you are feeling very intellectual at this time. You're feeling a bit reserved. She is upright, so I get the sense with her, she's probably representing you, Taurus, but this could represent a woman in your life. It could represent a mother, a sister, a significant woman who's in your life. She's really ruling with her heart. I mean, with her head, not her heart. And in this case, she's sometimes cutting things out. She's having to be a little bit ruthless, like this separation situation, just cutting it out. And she's not taking any grief about it. You know, there's no BS with this. You know, she doesn't mess around. She's like, I'm doing what I need to do, thinking this through, and I'm not doing this situation anymore, or I am going to do this, and that's that. And that's what I feel from her. She's a no-nonsense kind of queen, and she really has her act together. But you don't mess with this Queen of Swords, okay? And that's representing you, Taurus. That's where you are at this moment. Okay, so we've got Seven of Cups reversed right now. You may have in the past had some, I don't know, some confusion about how you were going to proceed with your life. It is now clear. It's like this card means the fog has lifted. And this is in your more immediate future. I'd say from the first week of April through the next couple of weeks, you're going to feel a lot more clarity. You're going to have more of an idea of what you want and where you want to be and what you want to do and who you are. You feel like you're coming back into yourself, you know, because you've gone through this whole thing of almost having to be, you know, your partner's mother because of the immaturity that was going on there, mother or father. And you went through this major life change. So you're just now bringing yourself back together. You know, you're coming into, you're pulling the fragments of yourself back. And I would even very consciously do that, you know, call the fragments that you've left out there with this person or with this situation with children, and call those fragments of your soul back to you and ask them to, you know, come back in, and it will feel a lot better to you. You won't feel so scattered. And this card has a lot to do with coming back together, being very clear about where you're going. It's a really great card for you. Okay, so here we have, this is the Queen of Wands, sorry. The Queen of Wands, she's got a nice sunflower there and a little kitty cat. The Queen of Wands is representing you. Again, we've got different aspects of you. Again, these fragments coming back together. You're like the two queens here. You're the very intellectual queen who's just cutting things and situations and people out as you need to. But you're also this very warm figure of the Queen of Wands, and you are just, you know, enjoying your home. You might be planting some flowers, and you're just being very nurturing with the people who are around you. And she's a very magnetic queen. I think you're going to find you're drawing people to you, people that you want, really good people, because you're on a different life path now. Your contract has changed because you left that separation behind. So this is really good. It's giving me the goosebumps. I've got goosebumps on my arms, Taurus. This is it's a really good reading for you. So, oh, here's a King of Pentacles coming up. So let's see how he fits in here. Let's ask a little more about this King of Pentacles, because he's kind of your hopes and fears card. You're afraid he might be like the immature emperor there a little bit. There's an ace of the ace of swords here. Sorry. I'm thinking it's too much information coming in at once. You're already feeling like you might cut this new guy out. Okay. Yeah, this Ace of Pentacles is saying, I'm going to be really intellectual, like this Queen of Swords. You know, all these swords cards are about cutting things out. That's coming up right with this King of Pentacles. It's almost like the minute you think about being involved, you might just cut them out already. So that's kind of where you're at right now. That's okay. It's all a process. It's all good. Okay, so Four of Wands is coming up here as your final outcome. This is you having stability. And I feel like you've gone through a period of time where you haven't felt stability, that you've wanted it. You wanted a happy home. This is having to do with a vacation as well. This is having to do with maybe a summer house, a happy place to go and stay, kind of a respite from the world. And it also can have to do with a committed relationship. But I feel like based on the rest of this, you're not quite ready for that commitment at this time. I feel like more your commitment is to yourself. And it feels like this commitment is to your home and your children and your own stability and happiness, because you have gotten your wish. You know, this showed up and you're still dealing with the aftermath of getting this wish. So you're kind of wanting to take care of yourself at this time. And I feel like a lot of your commitment is to your home and to yourself and to your family. So that's a really good thing. Let's do one more for Taurus and see what else is coming up. Okay. anything else for Taurus? Again, thank you guys so much for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Okay, one more thing. I feel like you're kind of, you're doing a little tug of war with yourself about what you want to do, and that's fine. I feel like you're moving money back and forth to accounts. You might be juggling things a little bit, obligations, bank accounts, all sorts of things. And this is just having to do with money and how you want to organize it. And it could be coming from, again, you having gotten your wish, that now you have this extra money to do something with. So you're sort of figuring out where you want to put it and, you know, juggling with different things of what you want coming up. This card just jumped out at me, so we're going to end on this one. But this is the Wheel of Fortune, Taurus. About the best card in the deck. It literally just stuck on my finger. I was going to end on the juggling card, but they want you to know you're getting the Wheel of Fortune. This is such a good luck card. This is good things coming into you. This can be money. This can be a new car. This can be winning something. This is very much a success card. And I feel like you've gone through, you know, the wheel moves, the wheel turns. And I'm feeling like you have gone through being on the bottom of this wheel when you felt like your fortune was not good. And you felt like you were dealing with all this immaturity and these major life changes and, you know, all these things that I'm seeing here. Cutting a lot of toxic situations and, you know, crazy people out of your life. And now the wheel has turned back up and you're at the top of the wheel where there's very good fortune for you, Taurus. So I am going to end on that one. This is really awesome. Thank you all so much for tuning in again today, and I really appreciate it. Love you guys, and I hope you have a great week.